the second quarter. They restricted and one behind. 3 goals up, looked good. You made space. Everything's working for you. What happens after that?
No, I thought the South Adelaide had the better of the game at the first quarter. I thought we were untidy with the ball and gave them some looks. And the second quarter, able to get some control. It was down our end a lot, and able to manufacture a few scores. And you get to 3-goal margin, and it was a pretty tough game. And then conditions changed slightly. South Adelaide looked cleaner. Definitely handled the ball better once the conditions came in to play. And I just thought they played better footy in the second half. And it's incredibly disappointing, that result, but that performance in the second half, because I just didn't think that we stood up to the demands of the game. And they got some really good clearances, which then equated to territory. We let the ball get over the back multiple times, which brought their speedy players into play. So South Adelaide were able to adapt and be what you need to be in those conditions in the second half.
In the first half, especially the second quarter, you were smashing it in the clearances, but they were able to turn that around. And
they made some adjustments to what they did with Gibbs, and we were able to get him as a forward, then come up to a stoppage. And I thought Kennelly did a very good job on Gibbs at stoppage in particular. But they had other players. Broadbent had influence in the game. I thought Haynes played a really good game on Jarvis, and Davis and O'Neill started to get involved in the game. So their better players came to the fore, and unfortunately we weren't able to match that.
Because up front, it was a hard day for forwards. It's not an easy day, but their backline seemed in control a fair bit of the day.
The second half, I definitely agree with that. I think they outmarked us. I thought Claverino played a really good game, marked it really well in one-on-one contests without having to peel off. So I think they took 17 intercept marks, which that's a really high number in this competition, and with the weather. I think the contested mark number was 13 to them, 4 to us. So that was a challenging part of the game, and I thought our backline let themselves down with contested aerial, but so did our tall forwards.
Coaches like to measure their teams on the contested stuff. Is that what disappoints you about the second half there, where you losing the contested ball?
It was pretty even, the contest all day, but it was more the quality. The quality of when the first clearance of the last quarter, Gibbs steps in, gets a clearance that goes 50 metres straight away in those conditions, it puts your back line under pressure. So I thought their capacity to be a bit cleaner and get good depth from their clearance play was something that stressed our game.
You're 2-4 now, a little bit under the pump. What do you do moving forward?
No, just keep reviewing where you're at. This industry is about having a good audit of where your game's at, where your individuals are at, what's the best balance in the team, which I don't think we've really been able to establish over the 6 weeks, and that's for various reasons of form, COVID, players not being available. So that's the challenge for us after this 6-week block. We've played some good teams. So South probably going to the 5 now. We've played Woodville, we've played Glenelg, we've played Port, and also Sturt. So we've had a good challenging period of time. The ladder tells us that we're a bit off the pace at the moment, but we've got a young group that are coachable, and they are learning what it takes to be a consistent player and team in this competition, which is very, very even and tough.
Can you be a little bit overcritical? As a coach, I suppose you look at loss and look at the reasons you lose, but you only lost by 6 in a hard contested game against a team that was playing pretty good footy. It was a good game.
And I would take your point. It's hard when you go down, and that matter when you're up by 3 goals and going down by 1, and it's hard not to see it for the loss. But our guys are growing. We've got some players that are improving out of sight, and we've got some players that have just been exposed. And a lot of players have played between 5 games and maybe 12 games of SANFL footy, but it's just educating them ongoingly of the demands mentally and physically of what you've got to get to in this competition. And we had some players that are really down today, and that impacts the whole team, because we're not a team full of superstars. We've got some good players, but I'd take your point. But when you lose by a goal at home, and when we had the game at half time, it's hard not to see probably more the negative slant on that. And I think all people who watch the game and follow Norwood would have expected our guys got the job done in the second half.
Great.
Thanks.